where exactly these heroes are going, right? It looks like it could be. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. You know, you reckon these two know each other? I mean, they're both
Everyone
from the Filipino
knows
scene,
each
so
other.
that's true.
A little bit of pause. Bebeto. Do you understand Tagalog at all, Mike?
I don't. Okay, so
At all?
you know what's the only a little bit, but
Dota player level.
yeah, Dota player level. So like, if someone's flaming me, I know, but I don't know what they're saying exactly. What I will say is that I have a good teacher. My partner is Filipino, so I should be trying to sort of glean as much as I can from her.
If she's a good teacher, please translate what's on screen.
Oh, she's not here, unfortunately.
No,
I'm gonna
you
have to
translate, because she's the teacher, right? You should know.
Yeah, she hasn't taught me yet. I haven't
What the
started
hell,
my
yeah.
lesson. I haven't started my lessons, man.
I sense a bit of bias. I don't know about calling the teacher who hasn't taught you anything good.
I gotta be. I mean, if no one's on the team, I'm on the team. You know, that's what it's about. But we'll see. InterActive Philippines versus Groomify. Bunch of all chat going on. Hopefully, all's good with the teams. And it's just some friendly banter. I'm sure it is. It's always the case with these Rambulans. But yeah, you were saying that you like the Interactive Philippines draft more, or do you still think it's very even?
I like IAP a bit more. I also think Purge Creep against Invoker is kind of sick, because it's hard to get kills without Cold Snap early. I've played this matchup before, and you just purge off Cold Snap, and Invoker can't really chase anything now. It's really annoying to play against.
Yeah.
Not
See
seen it
whether-
too much though.
I think we did see recently some Invokers switch up their build to be a bit more right-click focused, skipping the urn entirely and just kind of playing a bit greedier. We'll see what key decides to go for here. Game number 1. How
Looks like
did the bounty runes go? Was that just 2 for 2? Yeah, looks like
I
it.
believe so. Did they get a
Oh no,
D-ward,
it's 3
though?
for 1 actually. It's 3 for 1 and they get a D-ward. So a bit of an early advantage over to Groomify already.
Alright, laning hit. Face looking good. Play hard. Top of the net worth leading the board. Magic Stick Monkey King. Expecting to get poked down here.
I am just an absolute dog shit monkey player as we miss first blood in the top lane. Okay, just a run you down type situation. You were worried about the lane in the bot side, but turns out the top lane is a bit of a concern.
I think he just overstepped. Young God probably learned a stun, Blood Grenade, Frost Nova. Pretty strong, run you down. And more pauses we shall have. Alright, so
Okay, so Young God ends up actually not doing any sort of role swap whatsoever. He's still playing position 1, and we have someone called Madara instead on the position 3. Not sure whether that's Karma or not. We're gonna have to do some investigating after this game.
alright, if you were in Naruto.
If I was in Naruto,
Yeah, and you went to a LAN cafe. And then you walked in and Madara was there. What role is he playing?
he's playing mid, obviously. Like, what do you... That's the
Nice.
most mid. Oh, actually, hang on.
He's playing carry.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he has reincarnation.
Okay. I guess. Okay. What role is Naruto playing then? Is he like the position 4? I don't know whether position 4 has enough main character
The
energy.
Naruto is Shadow Shaman because the snakes look like the QB.
Yeah, but I guess technically, he splits into 4 chickens. I don't know.
Every
Take it this
time he drops Serpent Watch, it's like Kurama.
Yeah, and then all the tails come out or something like that. It's orange. At least it's like thematically
It's
the
similar.
right color.
It's close enough.
Yeah, similar colors. Oh, a little bit of trading back and forth. Looks like KT was able to find a solo kill onto Lucify. And both supports up here taking turns to kind of step out of bounds there. I'm not, honest to God, not really sure how these kills are happening. It feels like they shouldn't be.
I agree. Groomify probably just low. KD catches up, has the win lace. Bot lane's the one that I wanna watch, man. Like, can top lane stop fooling around? Jotun?
Yeah, like can they stop taking our attention away from the lane that actually matters here?
So far, so good for a Magnus. Pretty much even on CS. This lane does get harder as Jingu goes up. Bat Rider, not the biggest kill threat, but obviously you do have the Flame Break knockback.
I feel like Monkey King can be so flexible in terms of item builds. Oh my... Guys! Guys, what are we doing up here? Oh my goodness.
Alright, we
Okay,
gotta stop debating the ops. Just watch
sorry.
top.
Sorry, no one say T-Tours in chat. That's not his fault. It's our fault. We're like, oh, let's watch bot lane. Let's watch bot lane. It's just non-stop action up here. The Lich and the Dragon Knight, two very strong laners, of course. So not really surprised here. And the Doom, even though it's a strong hero, it can't really do the most to these two in lane. Gonna try and man up into Lucify, but DCMG, he doesn't have the HP to stand his ground. He's just gonna go down. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna just run in over and over like that, of course there's gonna be kills.
Alright, we've identified the problem. Now, how do we fix it?
The problem is stop running at each other when you're like 100 HP, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, Groomify happy with the lane phase. Gets a Lotus too. Another pause, unfortunately. A lot of mic issues today. Somebody get this guy a mic.
Real?
I have my mic.
Yeah.
Haha.
I am Mike, so I don't really have a problem.
You're my mic.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not okay. You were saying that InterActive Philippines are pretty okay with this laning stage. But I don't know about that. Look at the damn denies on this Nature's Prophet. Yona is just gapping this fool.
Okay, I think it's a bit hard to judge because treants, right? You obviously deny your own treants, so I'll give it a -5 on the denies.
Okay, alright. I can't help but feel like it's very hard for Invoker to right-click down these Ironwood treants, especially early on, though. We'll see.
Here's an MP favorite matchup. I don't think Invoker should be doing this badly, but Yona, we've seen him play. Pretty good mid laner. Laning phase at least, definitely high tier, I would say.
Yeah, it's that kind of mid game where InterActive Philippines need to try and convert that they start to fall off, which is why I honestly like this draft a lot from them, because it feels like it's going to be straightforward, at least from what I'm seeing from these heroes. You kind of know what's going to happen and you know what you want to do, right?
Top lane? Nope.
Oh.
Just a little spells being spammed.
DCMG learned his lesson. He's like, okay, if I don't have my spells, I'm not gonna run into them.
Oh no, he pulls the melee, so the rangers are gonna die. Has to pop the fire now. This lane is wacko.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. It feels like there's a lot of just kind of little slip-ups here and there between both sides. But at the end of all of it, Young God is still farming pretty safely. So I don't think that's an issue for them at all. Same thing for the Monkey King. Now, this was the point I was making before we kept getting pulled back up to the top lane. What do you think the build is here for this Monkey King? Because InterActive Philippines look like they want to get active very quickly. I don't think you can go for something like that. Okay, hold up. Key getting ganked in the mid lane. Wonderful rotation there from Kitty. 2 TPs coming in though. They're going to try and punish the Lion. The Bad Riders here as well, bumping back the support. They don't actually get the Flame Break clip onto Playhard. Lucify, no tangos, no quelling against a Nature's Prophet. Still has the Frost Shield though, and baits in the Bat Rider. Nice series of events for Groomify and the supports.
Yona is safe. Quick goes down. Level 6 on the NP now, so a lot more pressure in silence and a catapult bottom. So I want to see if Yona tries to make a move early on, or are we just going to see a farming NP here? Oh, hold on, Yona, in trouble. In the river.
Let's go back into tower. We're watching Dead right now. Still mid. Yona in big trouble. Level 6 means more EXP for everyone on Groomify. Nice rotation towards the rune, punishing him for his greed.
And he used the rafts too, so no pressure for a while. We'll be up in time for the 7-minute wisdom fight if they want to contest that.
Yeah, I still need to know what's the MK item build. I don't know, because he's queuing up the Maelstrom.
It's Mjolnir,
but I don't know.
They just a standard build. Hold on.
Oh, nice rotation through the twin gates. We don't even have a moment to breathe. It's just non-stop action so far. 9 kills already, and it's not even 7 minutes. These teams are just hammering their heads at each other, and honestly, makes sense, right? With this Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, catapult as well. Monkey King with the very nice rotation, pushed out bottom lane, just goes for a very easy gate play. I feel like Mjolnir is just the standard build right now. Mjolnir
nothing else to
BKB
do.
or Mjolnir SNY. You're kind of like, those are like your first two items, like no matter what. Like whether you're mid, whether you're carry, you have a shard in there somewhere if you want to.
Okay. Is it just because all these other items are too slow, or what's the deal? Because I look at this lineup on Groomify, and I'm just thinking, how am I gonna survive all this magic burst damage? Like, I've kind of itching for Mage Slayer or something like that, or something that gives me some stats. Mjolnir just gives me damage.
I think the whole idea is that you do magic damage to DK and through Frost Armor, which is Frost Shield, sorry, which is what you want, right, against Dragon Knight early on, especially.
Right. Okay.
It's also a farming item, so Mjolnir replaces Battle Fury, so I think that's just the way it works. You need either or. He can go for like more of a fighting build if he wants to, although I don't feel like it's necessary.
It is the gaze in the bot lane, holding up onto Jet. Young God gonna mirror that rotation through the twin gates,
Yes, Lotus
trying
and
for Wukongs. That is very ambitious. He had Lotus as well as stick charges, but he couldn't pop those off in time, and nobody on InterActive Philippines was around to try and help. Now, the entirety of Groomify here in this bot lane pressuring the tower, but look at the way the rest of the map is panning out. InterActive Philippines getting some good trades.
I feel like it was a move by Groomify, but it feels like IP are getting a bit more pressure in here. We see DCMG might rotate to the mid lane as well. I think Jet might TP over too. We'll see if they want to just collapse right now. No catapult though, might be a bit early.
Lehart is waiting in the wings to try to bail Key out should he get dived. In comes the wraparound. Now, complete miss on the stun. That is very uncharacteristic from Key T now, as DCMG being held down by the spots.
The mana
I don't think they
drain
can
duo.
actually find anything. Yeah. Okay, well,
That's the tower
that's that.
secured though, so could have been better, but also not the worst DCMG.
I mean, now it might just get worse. If DCMG goes down like this, he's not going to be too happy about that. RP used for Doom, that is worth it, especially early on in this game. Especially if Key gets the kill.
Alright, DCMG goes down. Not too worth it anymore, but again, Yona is still top of the net worth. Kind of feeding back Kui a little. See his net worth not too far away from Yona. The 2 kills really helping out. Even though
When we came out of the draft, we were looking at this lineup and we're like, oh, you know, Groomify need to survive the first 15 minutes. They're kind of doing more than surviving. They are on top in terms of kills. They seem to be the ones making a lot of these moves, even in the bot lane onto Jet Baby now. Wukong's command forced to be committed, but skewered out of the ring immediately. The Wukong's faithful, meaning that the ring still stays up for a bit, but they still get the Lich, get the Jingu stack, pull in the Magnus. Turns out Groomify, maybe they bit off a bit more than they could chew. Nice tornado by Key, lands on the 4, Jet Baby in some trouble in the snakes and will get taken down. They get their initial target on Groomify, and Playhard manages to walk away. Ends up being a 1-for-2 trade, but they do bring many members of InterActive Philippines down here to do that.
Yeah, nice initiative by them. I think he was a bit too quick on the boundless strike, otherwise he might have survived. He didn't have it when he got his Jingu up. Nice skewer from Madara too, just pulling him out of the Wukong, securing the kill. But that's 2 ultimates used. Chain Frost and Serpent Ward, you get a kill on the carry, sure. You lose 2, but no tower pressure. And the catapult's out now. So IAP, balls in their park, see if they want to make a move right now.
Would you consider this current game state okay for Groomify though? Because as much as we're seeing so much action and trading happening, the Dragon Knight's mostly untouched, right? Isn't that kind of a major problem?
Yeah, I think their game's going great. Madara's just a little sad that he's dying, but as long as he gets to the dagger, I think he's pretty okay. Jet is...
I mean, his only job is to set up this game, right? Like, he doesn't actually need to give more damage.
Yeah, it does feel that way. I think you get net worth through fights. It's not easy to stand in lane against the heroes of IAP right now, but he will be able to lane down here. KD is focusing a bit more on stacking right now. Jet also kind of just scared to lane, right? This Invoker pick on the 18 against the Monkey, just giving a lot of pressure. He's gonna see Jotun.
Will be informed because of the Ghost Vault tries to make it through the Twin Gates. A little bit too late for that one, Lil Bat Rider. Oh, okay. Tornado will clip him. That is going to be enough damage. Cool guys don't look at falling bats, it seems. Key just turns away. Doesn't want to watch the bat go down.
Got him.
I didn't think that was enough damage, to be honest with you. I always have a hard time figuring out how much damage Tornado's gonna do, but I guess that's why I'm not mid laner.
I'm sure you need count damage as every role in Dota, Mike. Come on.
That's true. That's true. It's just a bit hard. It doesn't look scary, you know what I mean? It's just like a little bit of wind, like who cares? That's literally air conditioning.
That's because you live in Asia, that's cheating. Live in a country with tornadoes and talk to me.
Okay, alright. Sorry to all tornado countries. Yona getting baited by the rune. It's not the first time he's in a tough position and this poor NP can't survive. The question is whether InterActive Philippines can get anything other than the Lich trade. It's not even for now and it might get worse for them. Young God has shown up with his armlet, but MK's shown up as well. The carries joining the fight and it ends up being pretty decent for InterActive Philippines at the end of the day. I mean, if you count 2 supports for a core to be a decent trade, I still think overall Groomify have to be pretty happy with this, no?
I think they're okay. They use 2 spells again. They get the highest net worth core to go down. 3 cores alive. I feel like Groomify are doing pretty well. I also like that Young God's like coming to these fights. So something I wanted to talk about is Young God's item build. I have not seen DK versus Doom a lot, and I was pretty curious to see if he goes for armlet. Because obviously, if you get doomed, you don't want to
can't turn that shit off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
DCMG. Stacks are farmed. Net worth lead is back, but Groomify are not happy about this. Coming in a little too late though, as they will see the empty neutral camp.
Yeah, they were waiting for the respawns on the support, so actually that entire fight in the river ends up having more implications. A smoke move sort of going a bit awry, but that rider almost towards the Blink Dagger. That will amplify the amount of catch that InterActive Philippines have and maybe make it so that DCMG doesn't always have to be the one on the front lines, because I feel like so many of these fights, it's DCMG just getting shackled and he's held down and it's not much this Doom can do, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's not having a bad game. 30 net worth, typical Doom. 2 braces, drums, more of a fighting build. Still has the mana burn though. Oh, Jotun. Oh no, dagger delayed.
I will say that this Invoker has done a really good job creeping around the map with that Witchblade. Ever since he's picked it up, he's found a couple of kills on supports, made some major impact in some of these fights, and he's kind of gearing up towards that right-click build that we talked about. What's your opinion on this? Do you like it?
Yeah, he needs Pike, right? Because of Sprout and Wukong's and Doom. So yeah, I think Pike is very natural to be built after Witchblade. I think some players might even just not go Witchblade and just Dragonlance Pike straight up.
Yeah.
Back into the Witchblade, but Kui having a pretty good start. I like this. It gives him a lot of damage, helps him kill supports. And he will be setting up top here. Yona, will he read this move? He is beside the outpost.
I mean, how do you read this move? Like, what is gonna tell you that this Invoker is creeping right next to you other than the Ghostwalk indicator, Tornado off the mark? But you have a Cold Snap, you got Madara, and you got yourself a dead Nature's Prophet. No hope of surviving there. Great hunt from Ki. I mean, it feels like he's all over the place.
It's Invoker for you. I think the way you read into this is that Invoker is not hitting tower, right? Like, they just took the tower. Where is Invoker gonna go? Is he gonna go bottom or top? Because he's not gonna stay mid, right?
Sure.
So hold on, bot lane.
RP straight onto the Monkey King. It's non-stop action for Groomify. When we saw the Nature's Prophet last pick, we thought InterActive Philippines were the ones who were going to make moves. But it's just been Groomify non-stop. And they're the ones with a 2k gold lead coming out of the laning stage.
Yeah, nice dagger reveal from Madara. Big kill onto Jet, who has not been having a good game. When you play this Monkey carry, you really want to kind of snowball your lane. It feels bad to play this farming-esque Monkey King, especially going for his Maelstrom, but not impossible. We'll see how they try to help him go back into the game.
So Blink Dagger available for Doom now, Blink Dagger available for Bat. Surely we see some sort of smoke move, because I feel like they can't even make the smoke move because DCMG is getting caught. Here comes KT though, Blink reveal on the Bat. The Hex doesn't actually end up working. They kill the Lich for their troubles. Nice TP in from Yona to punish the Lich, and Ki at least able to get out of dodge.
Surprised he didn't lasso the Invoker there. I thought it was a pretty free kill. Mjolnir on Yona too, so a lot of damage to be poured in. Oh, Groomify.
Oh, Young God. Wait, what's he doing in here?
Is this a fight you
They-
want, guys?
They think they're getting a free support, but they miss the mark because there's all 5 members
Something's
of
free
InterActive
here.
Philippines ready to punish Young God. They just slapped down the very free Dragon Knight kill. They just got a support. Now they're looking at Madara as well. The chase down from DCMG Jet, baby. This is what you want if you're InterActive Philippines. Just this constant brawling that you're starting. Playhard has to turn around and give up his life. He's scared that the rest of them will find the Lich in the corner. Ends up being a double kill. Talk about the Monkey King wanting to snowball. This is a great start for him.
Very interesting decision by Groomify, I must say, trying to walk up there. They see the lion on the observer, try to go for a pick, but unfortunately it is very deep into your enemy's territory.
Yeah, I was so confused. Yeah, and Kitty immediately spots out that ward because why else would you make that deranged move?
It's not
InterActive
even like the
Philippines-
DK has a dagger or anything, right? Like, if lion's uphill, he's just gonna stun or hex you first.
Yeah. Maybe just thinking that between Madara and him, they had enough damage, but yeah, that was a big blunder from Groomify and lose a bit of that advantage. Key, now, what is with these Groomify heroes and just walking into vision? InterActive Philippines are so ready for these aggressive moves, the sentries being planted down. And this is basically almost a team wipe at this point. The only person who doesn't die in the past 1 minute is the Lich.
Dude, even without the sentry, that's like a... You're alone, right? Like, what do you expect to happen? I wanna see Groomify go as a group right now. They have this Magnus Dagger, DK has SNY, and they're pretty strong. Like, make team moves, you know?
Yeah, it kind of feels excessive, right? You don't need to be trying to make these solo side quests pick off on supports. You're strong enough to run with your team, you know, really punish InterActive Philippines, because if you're running in alone, they can outnumber you quick. The way that they move on the map, I mean, they're heroes. It's just a lot more mobile.
Yeah, IP. A lot of gifts being delivered to their doorstep in these past 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's see how Groomify try to approach this map right now. Young God, scared to farm here.
Understandable. There's a Doom with a blink. There's a Bat Rider with a blink. Still doesn't have the lasso for another 17 seconds there, but the smoke move up, ready to roll. Where will they go? Looks towards the Twin Gate, maybe trying to, you know, catch someone in the top side jungle. They don't have any vision of this though. So maybe just try to open up that area for the Monkey King to invade.
Yeah, it's a nice move. I think it's also like a countermeasure to the possible Roche threat from this Shaman. I think once DK has SNY, Groomify should make a move. Oh, this is really
This is pretty deep though. Tier 2 tower. Not sure whether you have the damage to do that. DCMG, he'll get stunned under the tower. They do trade the Shadow Shaman for it. And somehow Madara ends up
Yona?
going... Okay. Yona gets the kill.
He has no TP.
Yeah, he's in. Even though he pops the BKB, it's physical damage you gotta worry about.
Josun's in too. Hello?
I don't really know what the plan
Kenny's
was
in
here
as
from
well.
InterActive Philippines, but they are just feeding it up into this tier 2 tower here. I mean, now Kitty's gonna go down as well. He's gonna try for a TP. Oh, they just narrowly miss him. Nice little juke there.
I'm stealing that spot.
Yeah, that's a good spot. I mean, usually there are creeps there, obviously, but yeah, both these teams kind of feels like it's they're taking turns to really just deliver gifts. They just can't help but be hospitable. Another sort of 2k gold swing back and forth. I mean, the gold lead hasn't really eclipsed anything past 2k this entire game because both teams are like, oh, I insist. No, I insist.
Speaking of
Please
gifts,
have this
hold
core
on.
kill. Another kill. Nice little force away from Key there. That was Lucify's.
Can he change his script? His marble is annoying me right now. Get a Centaur or get a Purge script. Come on, Mr. Doom.
Yeah, like what is this about? Maybe he just wants the mana aura, but it just doesn't really make sense.
No.
Come
Nonsense.
on, brother.
Nonsense. Get a wolf, you have Yasha. Get something
Yeah,
Purge script beside
yeah.
you. Alright, it's Devour some cooldown. I apologize.
Okay.
We'll see teams make the move for the Tormentor right now. Both sides pretty equal. Key is living life on the edge.
I guess
of
this
nature.
game, it's really hard to try and figure out who exactly is on top. Because if everything was going according to the way you would assume on paper, Groomify should be pretty happy with this game state, right? They've survived past the early game. Their heroes are going to scale nicely. But both teams have just sort of, like we said, taken turns to literally jump it down their opponent's tier 2 towers and just overextending, and it's kind of hard for me to tell at least who's happy with this situation.
Dragon Knight is happy, and DCMG will once again throw the Doom very randomly.
Yeah, what?
My brother,
what-
if you want
what
to
is-
blink in, get a creep that helps you blink in. This is not it. And the counter smoke from Groomify and Roche is in play. Oh my god.
Oh, Yona is done. Yona is done.
Goodbye,
No
my
Doom. Jotun got a lasso, but Yona already caught out by the RP. That's your Nature's Prophet down, unable to rejoin the fight. 2 heroes down and a Doom used. That is going to be a very easy Roshan for Young God to grab.
friend. What was that Doom, man? Please explain. There's literally
What
no...
did he think was... I think he thought, for some reason, that Yona would be able to TP in faster than tier 1 tower responses could come in.
And if he TPs in, he's just gonna get RP, right? Like, it's so... I don't know. They have a lasso, right? With Dagger. They have Lion with Aether Lens. Why is my Doom... Oh man, 2 fights in a row is painful, and even it's going to hurt even more, right? Because of this Aegis that comes out for Young God right now.
Yeah, we weren't very impressed with DCMG's performance yesterday on that Timbersaw. Just felt like he had misread priorities there. And it was like the same thing this game. Groomify turning around, but should be a very easy pick off on a solo Lich farming up there. Not allowed to do so. Aegis of the Immortal though goes to Young God, so second life for the Dragon Knight, making him even more difficult to kill.
Being chillin'. Young God back to the triangle once he's BKB, and then I assume it's go time for Groomify really soon.
Just waiting for that Lich to come up and the BKB to be done, and then you're gonna start moving. I mean, suddenly a lot of these single target spells on InterActive
Oh, hold
Philippines
on,
don't
speak and
carry
move.
as much merit. Oh, Lasso. Hex, they kind of stack the disables, but I guess it doesn't really matter because the Magnus, no way of surviving that one.
You can all stun at the same time if you have 4 stuns.
Yeah, I guess so. And nobody else in Groomify is around to save you, yeah.
It's true. Key is hunting here. They do want to protect the area, but IP is just out. Nice pick off from them. Will drag along the time of the Aegis. No Mjolnir, Q's up SNY. Is this the right choice? I think it's okay.
I mean, they already have the Mjolnir from the Prophet, so, I mean, double Mjolnir is nice and all, but you can afford to go a bit more status resistance. Feels like you need it this game.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, Yona has a lot of damage, right? Like you said. There's a Hyperstone queued up now.
I just honestly don't know how they kill this Dragon Knight. It feels like he's the only Doom target that's viable, but then the rest of Groomify can just set up around him when he's running away.
He definitely dies to like Lasso Wukong, like if you dump everything on him. They have a lot of damage on IP. I would like to see NP go for something like a Silver Edge though. I think he's going for AC. I guess I don't mind that as much, but I feel like Doom wants AC here.
Here comes the TP in from Young God, and suddenly the fight is no longer viable on the front lines. They don't want to
GTFO.
dump everything into a
Oh no,
hero with
Yona.
Aegis. Yona gets caught, and Yona gets killed. Nice little response there from Groomify. Punish that Prophet.
Nice
Oh, they,
Sunstrike.
what is... Wow, what a Sunstrike.
Okay, they do get
No.
Groomify's TPs down here, so IP is gonna go top, and we'll see if Groomify tries to gate or smoke. Because this is where you want to close the map. We see Key already making his way downtown, walking fast. Can
Did
he
they get this Tormentor?
Yes.
This is scary
Oh,
stuff.
come on, give me a Sunstrike.
No, useless ass shot.
Give me
Not
a
like
Sunstrike.
this.
Come on, Key. One of them. You'll hit one of them. Come on, Key. No interest
Not even thinking about it.
whatsoever.
He's mode farm.
This guy does not watch enough Facebook reels.
It's true. Maybe that's for the better, actually. I like my invokers uninformed. My guy trying to perform like a 360 meatball combo, I don't want that. I just land a tornado, for Christ's sake.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, gold lead now. Aegis timing. Delay just a little bit. Here comes Play Hard with the jump in onto the Monkey King, though. But the rest of InterActive Philippines are waiting in the wings. Key is going to show himself. Start punching away onto this Bat Rider. So they're not going to have a lasso for this fight. No, Jotun able to escape to the side. And blink out back to safety. Sunstrike not going to connect as well. The chase is awkward now, especially with Young God still in the bot lane. Yona TP's
Yona.
in.
not
Uh-oh,
here,
I
though.
don't know whether Young God has enough damage to deal with the Prophet by himself, but he's very much alone down here, at least until his team connects right now. Back up to the high ground. Glyph forced right now. Groomify trying to make the most of this timing. They still have the BKB, RP, Chain Frost, just about everything other than the snakes available.
Young God. Healing from the low ground, pretty much announcing that they have a ward there. That's not
He's not too concerned. Madara, there was a bit of a whiff there, but it's not going to matter. Jed as well as the Lion going down at DCMG. You get a Doom out onto the Invoker, but does it even matter? What a fumble of a fight. Madara missing the spell that matters, but it doesn't even mean for anything. Ends up being an ultra kill for Young God anyway. All he did was right click.
That's the first time I see someone hit an RP and miscue.
Usually it's the first part that's a bit harder,
yeah,
right? Like, yeah, the mass tips coming in. I'm sure Groomify are having a laugh about that one. Very, very happy with the current state of affairs. Up to a 10k gold lead. And the Aegis not even expended yet. They can keep it going. With the Doom Lasso being used, I mean, all you have left is a Wukongs with very limited setup. I don't even know how you're gonna kill Young God right now.
Look at his damage on the DK. And you know what? He has flying out a full Daedalus to replace
What
the
the
slot
shit?
of the Aegis. So
Come on.
if he touches you... Oh no, speaking of touch.
Oh, they might try to finger of death him, but Kitty just gets skewered back into death, and Yona can't exactly follow
They're
up.
chasing.
Now, Jen Baby gonna try and jump forward, pop the BKB. Key is in big trouble, and looks like Jotun's on the hunt as well.
Oh, they might get...
Groomify,
No, he
they
misses
might
the
have overstayed
flank.
their welcome, but they miss onto Young God. They skewer back actually into the Dragon Knight, who
Go
makes
fight.
very quick
Let's
work
go,
of that
DK.
Bat Rider. Yeah,
I'm-
the DK has popped into his dragon form. They will try and find him with the Curse of the Old Grove, hunting him down now, but he still has Madara waiting in the
kill
wings.
everyone.
The
He's
Viper's
gonna kill
come back.
everyone.
I mean, you jump on the
He's
DK, who's
gonna
jumping
kill
on who?
everyone!
You don't have the Doom and you don't have any damage for him. Another triple kill. And the voice lines come out. This is why the DK is a big problem. Picked first in the draft by Groomify, and 3 for 3. You said, I don't see a DK answer. I don't think Interactive Philippines consider just how much of a problem Young God is going to be.
Oh my god. Was that their carry, Monkey King, that I just saw?
I don't know. I didn't see it. He was
Evaporate.
gone. My goodness. You ever seen a monkey try and fight a dragon? I'll tell you this for free. It's not an even fight. My goodness. Young God just eviscerates him.
Oh, we talked about the DK counter. It's the sprout onto buildings.
Yeah, they talked about the DK counter. It's not in this game, but they are annoying him a little bit.
They need Silver Edge. They need this DK to die. The win condition for IP now is all in on DK, because if DK lives, you lose. I think
Yeah,
it's
but no
just
one's
that
building
simple.
a silver edge. Look at the item builds coming up from this Prophet. I thought he'd have one
Oh,
by now.
another
Maybe even the monkey.
another very questionable Doom by DCMG.
Okay, he just pops BKB and TP's out. What now? What now? Like literally, what now? Now Doom is down. He goes back to base, resets.
Jotun's still
Unless you
looking.
find anything else, they're gonna try and find him, but Jotun is the one who gets caught running into the supporting cast of Groomify. It's just been such a messy affair from Interactive Philippines. Desperate move after desperate move, and every single one of these Dooms just not connecting at all. And my goodness, why does he still have the mana burn creep?
Yeah, I need an explanation. I need a player interview. Someone please tell me why. Literally,
I'm so
literally every creep is better. Oh, eat the center. Come on. Oh!
Oh, okay. Okay. Now
We
we're
back.
gaming. Only took him 30 minutes.
We back, baby.
Only took him 30 minutes. The comeback starts now, fellas. You heard it here first. Interactive Philippines. You know, this is something I always like to say in my own games. You know, sometimes, in a pub, maybe people are making questionable choices that don't really make sense. You just gotta drag the game out long enough for them to learn how to play their hero, right? It took him 30 minutes, but he's like, yo, maybe this mana burn's kind of shit, actually. But now you're staring down a DK with a Satanic, Daedalus, SNY, and Armor,
Amplified damage.
and an AD rune,
Guys,
yeah.
you need to touch him right now.
And Empower, and a Solar Crest, and an Alacrity should he choose to grab it,
no,
and a
there's a
Lincoln Sphere
Lincoln
popped on
too.
top of him.
Right now,
Yeah,
guys.
I
They're
don't know
going
who you're
around.
touching, but maybe you're trying to go on the back line. Monkey King gets caught immediately. Doom, he can't even get this out of. They're trying to full control up the Invoker.
a
But
very
Key,
nice
he's
Wukongs.
walking out of this to Wukongs. It's not enough to kill off the Invoker. They will at
Look
least
at
find
Young
the lead
God.
to start. But they're already losing members. Jet Baby gonna get knocked down. And GG is called. A very, very awkward attempt. They're not really finding their mark. And at the end of it all, it's Young God who stands supreme. That was a bit of a, I'm not gonna lie, bit of a pathetic one from Interactive Philippines.
Yeah, I feel like both teams.
like this one. This one makes sense, but the problem is we've seen them try to execute on quite a few of these heroes before, and it hasn't really worked out. So one last chance here for the IAPH boys to try and get something going. If not, their chances at Raleigh are going to be done.
I just feel like
Groomify.
before they kind of lack stuns. They need. I don't know if they figured out how to play this ogre wheel. You can kind of just run around together, especially in the early game, because you have so much damage, right? You just kind of need to start. So the last time we saw this, it felt like they have no real way of initiating.
I mean, they still kind of don't, right? It's really just, at least for the first 15 to 20 minutes, gonna be Kitty over here, or Sagiri baby, the way that he's named in this lobby, trying to land the brambles. Now, Kitty in that game, that was the Dark Willow performance that we were praising him for because we felt he was everywhere he needed to be, but it just wasn't enough because the rest of the team didn't have any way of initiating. So in the case where the brambles are already sort of catching somebody and you don't have to follow up, it's not the best look. Are you favoring Groomify coming into this matchup with this Earth Spirit pick?
Yeah, I don't know about this post-trade Phoenix. I have not been impressed by this before.
Okay.
I feel like every time I see it, they don't really use their spike. They're just kind of farming.
And what is that spike? Like, what are you sort of... Like, in an ideal
You just
off-lane
want
Phoenix
levels
world-
and go fight, I think.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of my opinion of the hero. And then your post-4 transitions, right? Which is tiny in this game, so I think it does make sense.
Right, so it's one of those off-laners that takes early EXP and just kind of... Oh, well, DCMG.
Yeah, at least that's
Big
my
trouble.
opinion of the hero.
Nice Timber Chain away, but the Avalanche catching him. And the second Rocket Barrage will finish him off. DCMG goes down. It's actually Lucify who ends up drawing that first blood last hit. So, nice bit of extra resources, I guess, for the CM. And Young God TP's back to the lane just to sap up some of these initial creeps. So, very good start already for Groomify. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Madara taking some harass, but this is a learning curve ogre, so it's gonna be a while before I can start throwing some ignites out. What? What?
Power of Dark Willow, I guess.
Madara's just dead. Oh my goodness. Just being clicked down. I mean, the Dying Light's doing quite a bit of damage to Jotun because he's missing so much HP. I thought for sure that maybe a creep would die and he'd get level 2 or something and just ignite him down, but...
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful of the melt here, right? Because Phoenix has very low armor.
Yeah, 2 armor at the early stages of the game. How did Kitty get that kill on the CM? The last we saw, CM was like full HP.
Right clicks,
What's going on?
Black Grenade.
Oh my goodness. Pull in? What's going on, Key? You're not doing a really, really good job just harassing him down.
Madara, level 2, Jotun gets the pull. Probably won't see much happen here until they get more levels on the TA Ogre. Meanwhile, mid
Well,
lane...
level 2 should be a good place to start. I mean, yeah, you're gonna start the Ignite spam just to harass down the Phoenix, force a bit more regen coming his way. Force on both sides. Yeah, like you mentioned, mid lane, look at this Earth Spirit's HP, man. Forced to sort of just... I mean, now with the bottle, it shouldn't be that bad. Able to sort of regen up with the Water Rune, but Yona is in full control, it feels like.
I wonder if Playhard will ever leave this lane and make a move to mid. Or are they just playing to like lane inside lanes and, you know, quick key or on your own?
Yeah.
You see why this Lina is
Lina-
banned.
It's always a hero that you're kind of scared of being ganked, right? But if your other side lanes are going so fine, I don't think you're worried about a thing. Because
Top lane?
the Tiny just, his full attention has to be in this
Nice
top
run.
side. But oh, Jotun taking so much magic damage. Madara able to burn him down. Nicely done from this duo.
Yep, Jet Baby still top of the CS though, but I'll take any kill that he can get. Of course, the biggest spike in this lane is when Madara's level 3, because level 2 Fire Spirits hurt. Can you get Lotus?
Outclicked by Playhard. Oh, he's a bit more of a veteran player, but it's nice to sort of see him still
Bottom
sort of
lane,
bossing up like this. DCMG being run down. Young God doesn't have the second Rocket Barrage ready just yet. Trying for another tossback in the top lane. Okay, well, these two teams really necking at each other in this early stage of the game, just trying to amp up the aggression and get some kills in the laning stage. Very explosive side lanes, big melt strike onto Madara, you gotta be careful about that one.
Team's pretty chill. Both top lane and mid going pretty okay. Meanwhile, Timbersaw is very, very sad. 12 CS down here, but he is still getting levels, so not the worst.
Yeah, we'll see how he transitions. I think that's a big question for me. I'm not too worried about Interactive Philippines and
Hold
their laning
up.
stage. It's just toss back onto Madara. I mean, he's gonna eat a melt, miss the fire spirits, and now with the bloodlust, Jet Baby should be able to walk around pretty freely. And a similar story that we saw from last time they ran this Ogre as well, just opting to go for the bloodlust instead of the stun. And it ends up paying out. Jet Baby able to chase down the opposition, and Madara actually has the TP out.
Mid lane, kickback, CM TPing in.
Oh,
But
was that a
Yona
catch on
is-
Yona? This is the gank that you
so
wanted,
fast.
but can you finish the job?
No blood
A bit
grenade.
too fast on Yona.
There's a
No
roll.
blood grenade. The roll gonna connect though. Nice land from Key. With the frostbite will be enough damage along with the kick. Now it's Sagiri baby who has to be careful as well. He should have some spells coming up. But don't know whether you want to commit. There's still a fairy fire on the Dark Willow.
Oh, they're actually
Gonna
trying
try.
to go for this.
Not actually body block him. Lucify a
Oh my
bit
God,
too
he's dead.
slow, but with the kick, they will actually be able to frostbite under the tower. The fairy fire keeping him alive though, and now it's Lucify who's gone a bit too far. DCMG, a nice TP and gets that return kill. That just means that lane in the bot side is free farm city for the gyrocopter.
Ooh, the wave's coming in too, and they have no one to get the EXP.
Oh no.
Generally pretty bad. I think it would have been really nice if he got the Earth Spirit kill, but is that even worth it? I don't even know.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, he loses basically a full wave here. The gyro's gonna gap him in terms of EXP. I guess the upside is that, you know, with your CM a little bit busy, if PT does connect here for a
Level
kill,
6 on Key, Yona has no TP. So you want to pop it?
it's not gonna happen. It's just a solo spirit. Meanwhile, bot lane looked like they tried to make a move onto the gyrocopter, but just a little bit of harass and nothing more than that. Young God is completely fine here with the Falcon Blade already complete. My goodness, he's farmed.
Lucify on stacking duty. I want to see them play around this mid lane. I feel like with that kill on Lina, they should just double down on this. And
Yeah.
play hard will come in. There's a haste rune.
Unfortunate. Snapshot by the Ogre. Tossed back into this Earth Spirit though, but with how fast this little legs are moving, it's not going to be a very viable kill.
I feel like he could have definitely got the Lina there. Yona was heading for the rune without vision. Play hard, a bit too quick walking downhill.
They tried to play a bit more conservative as well, right? I think he was trying to catch the Ogre off guard and maybe secure the rune for Yona. Yeah, I agree though. They could have just pigeonholed in on the Lina and
Right, Earth
Maybe
Spirit's
kill her
making the wisdom rune move.
it's a nice walk. This is a very, very good bit of vision. Spotting Key moving deep into this area. Interactive Philippines gonna bring numbers here to try and contest him because just the Dark Willow isn't gonna be enough. Spots out a courier. He's gonna try and roll in. I don't think he's gonna make it there in
No
time.
way he
though.
goes for this. No way.
He's going for it. Are you serious? Kick away. A little bit awkward in terms of the position, and now Yona actually TPing in. Key will just pop that Magnetize, but with the Laguna, they shot down the Earth Spirit a bit too deep of a move, and the rest of Groomify couldn't actually connect. I think maybe if Young God was there as well with a call down, they might actually have been able to convert, even on the kill of the Lina, but he was just kind of busy pulling the wave and
Oh,
farming.
speaking of kills on the
now he's
Lina.
gonna come in. The Lina decides to stay around his lane. That's his territory, and he gets that kill after the fact. Nicely done from the gyrocopter.
Ooh, so much praise for Yona, but 2 deaths so far. Did well in the lane, yes, but Groomify just seemed to be able to deal with him. Top lane though. Jet Baby is 6 now, the biggest winner from this laning stage. Madara, poorer than DCMG.
Yikes.
Typical
I
offense.
thought DCMG was having a bad time, man.
As soon
You
as
just
player
can't farm.
leaves, you can't lane, I think.
Yeah.
He has no Tranquils too, against Ogres. Not easy.
He's gonna stack for himself.
Young God?
Nice little Twin Gates rotation. Young God still has stick charges.
Give DCMG
Will
the
not
kill.
survive
No.
there. That's a very, very good rotation, but you kind of wanted that kill on DCMG. It looks like Kiki's found another catch. Groomify.
Ouch.
The CM is a bit of a laning hack, but post-laning stage, the CM is just a bit of food.
Nice rotation from Jotun starting things off.
You know what's kind of weird to me?
Is
I
he
feel
gonna
like
egg? Oh, no egg.
he's gonna try. He doesn't have egg yet.
Oh, he
Try burn.
missed.
Oh, misses the last fire spirit.
He is in trouble. There's a melt lined up. Oh my god.
Bam!
He needs to be
Ooh,
careful
still-
where he walks. If he walks onto another trap.
Yeah. He thinks he's safe because he has a sentry, so he's just gonna stick around this area.
He's
That
gonna
was
walk
really,
to the
really close.
Lotus and die. Imagine. Nah, he has stick charges. He's fine. But
And he's fine. 100.
What? Speaking of fine, TA though tipping out. Key does see him. Oh,
Oh,
no. Oh no, he was tipping as well.
How did they know he was there? Was that just a good bit of good guesswork from the
Yeah, it
first
was
spirit?
a guesswork, I think.
Dire's top tower is under
Well, that changes things around a bit.
is under attack.
Brought members up here to the top lane, push this tier 1 tower. Trade for the pressure on the other side. The one downside about the Timber is that he's not really the best at pushing tower. He can cut the wave, he can kill whoever comes, but he can't really knock this down. I guess same thing for Groomify.
Yeah,
It's
Mike.
not like the gyro
Phoenix
hits
is
it
the
very well
the
either.
greatest tower pusher in
The
the.
Phoenix, the big equalizer, the big objective getter. The Radiant's first Phoenix? What the hell?
Why not, man?
Radiant's bottom tower has
Miss chance.
Dire's
I don't know,
The
Shiva's
combo with
maybe?
the dying light.
Dire's
Oh
middle
my
tower
goodness.
is under attack.
I think my question in this game is, did you need more magic damage? I think you just need to survive, right? Like, you just need tank.
I would like auras so his Earth Spirit doesn't die when he rolls in.
Yeah.
I would
me
like
too.
a Shiva pipe.
That's what
And
I'm saying.
then you go Radiance maybe, if you want. Or Hex. Hex looks super value actually.
Or maybe his thought process is, okay, you know what? I know my team needs the auras, but I'm never gonna get them if I don't get a farming item. Radiance first.
That is pretty smart. How's Midas? I know Midas is like a very... What's the word?
Grief?
Grief item, yeah, but Phoenix enjoys the levels, you know? Like the egg levels help a lot.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you're gonna shell out so much money for Radiance, nothing wrong with sort of popping a Midas, but he's made the commitment for at least the Talisman of Evasion.
That's better than 1 gold item. 2 gold items. And then, speaking of gold, Jotun will donate some along with his life.
What's he doing over there on the high ground? Was
His
that just
ogre is lost. We've seen this before.
Dire's
Yeah.
top tower is under attack.
Jotun has the sort of excavation ogre set, and he really takes his cosplay seriously. Like, he's just exploring different areas on the map. You know, he's everywhere he's not supposed to be.
Little splunker.
Yeah, Spelunker. He's doing the Schofield Stinger move from Beast Coast of just running it down and giving K1 as much space to farm as possible.
So IP clears some stacks here. Puts DCMG at the top of net worth. All 3 cores actually doing really nicely for IP, but not too far behind are the rest of Groomify IP. You see a smoke here? Probably trying to fight the rune. They have some nice vision, but will they get baited by their spirit illusion?
Radiant are scared.
Oh
Well,
no, the lack
gotta
of
be real one, but-
initiation.
Real. I mean, you needed the Brambles there, but
Do
Key
not-
able to
yeah.
very easily roll out of there.
You know, just try and throw a Bramble. I feel like it's not hard to land, honestly.
Yeah, especially in that choke point, right? It's not even like there's a lot of places to dodge. And I don't think Key expected that anyway, but unfortunately, InterActive Philippines not gonna find anything for their troubles. Young God doing very well farming up on the gyrocopter, but there isn't really a lot of room for him to go down here, just because the Timbersaw is actually having a pretty decent game and is holding this area.
Ooh,
What is the next
a
move
lot
gonna
of
be for
stacks.
both of these teams though? Like what are they waiting for? Because Groomify, they're on a smoke move. Maybe they're trying to hunt someone down.
I feel like they just want to kill TA, right? TA Lina, TA Lina, TA Lina. That's like the gameplay. I think they are pretty comfortable going middle lane. Oh, speaking of Lina, Invis.
Oh, no sentry on your support.
He had it.
Just
He has
puts it up on
Dust
the
too,
high ground.
Lucify.
Oh my god, Lucify wasn't paying attention. The Blade Mail trying to reflect some damage. They will try and turn around onto Key T. That Dark Willow at the very least is gonna tick out to the Magnetize.
feel like they
But
can go in
Key,
here.
what else can he find? Still want to go in, Jotun showing you have an egg. You can pop it on the high ground. Gotta be careful though,
Okay,
Yona
get
coming
the-
in, the stun! The LSA, he can't get it off! But there's Playhard with a beautiful avalanche, and in comes Key to try and finish the job onto Yona. He does give up his life, and the Magnetize is gonna take out Jotun as well. But Playhard able to escape. Ends up being a positive trade. They only brought 3 heroes there. Rather, actually 4. Lucify dies at the start, so I guess it ends up being a 3 for 3?
Is under attack.
Somehow the gold favors Interactive Philippines, I guess because they killed 2 cores?
I guess so, but Lina going down is really nice for Groomify.
Yeah.
The fight started off pretty bad as well. Madara also didn't get egg off. Nice stun from Lina and Jotun. It's overestimating his
Still gonna
position a
wanna-
little.
Maybe they can still try and go here because the egg's still available, right? Maybe push down this.
I think level 1 egg is kinda trash. Like it's not like it's very rare that you play Phoenix and you're like, I'm level 6, let's go, you know. It's not that big a deal. I think Phoenix is one of those scaling heroes where once you get shard, once Sunray comes into play, that's when their egg is like, wow, I am strong, you know?
Yeah.
They're pretty happy just scaling level wise. Hence
Now, what's a
Midas.
sun without some rays, right? If it's just a basic baby sun that dies in 6 hits, it's pathetic.
To be fair, I think it's kinda hard to hit the egg this game.
What do you mean?
You just don't have heroes that wanna stand there and commit, you know? This Lina is magic, he's not gonna hit the egg. This TA is gonna use his BKB to go break this egg while heroes are hitting him. I'm not 100% sure.
This kind of feels like one of those games where Groomify pop the egg and you need a retreat. Like it's just a disengage because I don't really know whether you can fight into it per se.
Is under attack.
I feel like the beauty of IP's draft is they can definitely melt heroes, right? Like look at the damage, TA, Lina, Timber, like one stun and poop. Speaking of melt, Jotun.
A bit of a support duel here. Jotun gonna get caught now that Key joins the fray, but oh, DCMG,
God.
big chakram. Trying to finish off the Tiny, but doesn't have enough damage for now. Key, so much Magnetized Stones being dropped, but Key still able to get the kill first. Will end up paying with his life, but very worth it if you're just giving up both supports for their mid.
You know, I used to play in Complexity and it was this Phoenix patch, right? And I played with Z-Freak and Dev was always so impressed by him because he would play Phoenix and he actually just doesn't miss any fire spirits. It's actually pretty insane. Like, I actually watched the replay, I was like, what the hell? He just
What's
hits
the secret,
all...
you think?
I don't know.
Dire's
Just
Not
be
Phoenix
Z-Freak.
player yourself.
I played
Lane,
Phoenix, but I
bounce
missed
back.
I missed spirits for sure.
The mandatory Jotun death as per usual, but if they can trade it for a play hard death, that will be pretty worth it. Ogre was gonna die anyway, so...
Willow
getting
have a
something
dagger too?
nifty.
My captain.
Ogre?
Willow.
No. Willow does not have a dagger,
Alright,
building
Yules.
towards that Yules right now.
Play hard, blink reveal. Unfortunately, they only get the ogre once again. Jotun. Seems to be his ogre gameplay.
True. Give all the glory to the Willow, you know. What was that? Young God slowed down by a trap. I thought they were gonna try for something there.
scanning.
Scan out. No reactions though, so not too bad.
I mean, surely this game state is pretty decent for Interactive Philippines, right? Because the only people they're really losing is their supports here and there. And the TA is still farming, Deso complete, looking towards the BKB now. I feel like at any given moment, Interactive Philippines can just waltz into the Roche pit, grab it for themselves, and then start amping up the game.
Yeah, they're good. Meanwhile, on Groomify, it seems like Young God's just a farmer mode. Wants to play for the 2-3 items, almost has his eggs. I feel like I want to see Phoenix a bit more participative, and I want to see Groomify go as 3 more. Try kill cores. I don't think it matters if it's the TA, Lina, or Timber, but they need to be killing cores.
I mean, they haven't really killed TA, top of the net worth. The Lina finishing up that eggs as well, along with the Boots of Travels, looking towards the shard. So really just investing heavy into a lot of that magic burst damage. It's like what you said, Interactive Philippines, if they do manage to catch a hero, that guy is deceased. The problem is they don't really have any good forms of initiation right now, which is why they're just kind of piss chilling.
Well, I like this from DCMG. It goes back for the pipe. So typically we see eggs, but I feel like the pipe is super nice this game, right? Against what Groomify has. They just so much magic damage. It's also gonna kind of coincide with their Roche timing. Hold up.
Oh, that
Yeah,
looks to be a
fight
beautiful
here.
terrorize, but meanwhile,
Oh, Gyro's
on the
in
top
trouble.
side, Young God is in really
Oh,
big
nice
trouble, but it's a
toss.
nice toss back. Play hard, salvages the fight for his team. There's an egg there as well, which means that Madara survives, and they end up getting the Ogre as well as the Lina. That's big.
KD.
TA is not really in a
Get out.
position for them to catch, but they could just look towards the Dark Willow, thinking better of it. Using most of their ultimates already.
No,
Now, Young
Young
God,
God.
though, he has to be very careful, but DCMG doesn't want to commit.
Man, I thought Gyro was dead for sure there. Appeals down to Yona, but very clutch save coming on from Play Hard. Just stopping the full combo. No real second source of damage coming in there as well. DCMG, no trees in the river. TA was at the ancient area. Ooh,
It's a very
DCMG, this
difficult
is very
area for the
far
Timbersaw to fight,
forward.
I think. Like, I don't really... It's kind of awkward for them. He's going to try and chase down onto Key now, but maybe just a little bit of poke more than anything.
Alright, IOP, what are you doing here? You have Yules, you have Pipe. TA very close to BKB. Is it go time? If you can't go mid, at least go towards the triangle, I think. I feel that's the rule.
Gonna try for another fight. Toss back onto Yota.
Nice
Seems like standard
silence.
state of affairs, and beautiful freezing field from Lucify, doing a lot of magic damage, but he will go down on the CM, just being clicked down. He ends up getting dealt with on the Earth Spirit as well. And it feels like every single one of these fights follows the same pattern. They go on to Jotun, but it's just a matter of whether InterActive Philippines can
Mega
respond,
play hard.
try for a toss back, but he has no mana! He's gonna get killed off, and Yona, that's a triple for him.
And
They
no
found the
Madara's in
Phoenix as
trouble.
well. No egg, Madara's getting cut down. Great state of affairs for InterActive Philippines.
Man, just a miscalculation. I think that was kind of greedy. I don't even know if they can kill the Timbersaw. Unless he wants to pop egg, I guess. Because he does have a pipe. And but that fight, so nice for Yona. Freedom in the back line. They initiate onto Key, so no real threat for Yona anymore. Doesn't mind that he Laguna the Blade Mail.
Yeah. I mean, also, what I realized is that the Flame Cloak, with the magic resist that you get, 35%, the Blade Mail doesn't really... You know, you think that
was
if you're
pretty chill.
Lagunaing somebody and it does like half their HP,
You just expect to
suddenly
die.
the Lina's HP just like gets eviscerated. But I feel like I've seen this time and time again. The Linas are actually fine into Blade Mail. It's not so bad.
Yeah, he has Whisper of the Dread as well. Shard complete now too, and almost Aetherland, so
Damn.
doing really, really nicely right now. Meanwhile, TA has been pretty quiet. I feel like he's been in these fights, but he's not really like wow TA, you know? Because
Yeah,
he chose
I mean-
to skip the blink.
Yeah, it feels like Jet Baby's having trouble actually auto-attacking anyone just because of the way these fights are splitting up.
I'm going for a
Going for a
pretty-
jump in the mid lane, looking at the Timbersaw. Is this really the target
Oh
that you
my
want? Quick Timber
God.
Chain, play hard. A bit of an uncharacteristic whiff of the initiation, but things are troublesome now.
Nina's
Here
here.
come the rest of InterActive Philippines, ready to wreck them. There is a nice egg on the high ground, but they're trying to deal with it. The pings come through, they're trying to auto-attack it down, and Madara will go down. Young got stopped on his TP. He's gonna get cut down to size as well. InterActive Philippines, this is the timing that they've been waiting for.
Phoenix Core, baby. Nice radiance.
They talked about the Phoenix counter. It's literally anything.
I mean, I feel like it's just...
I don't know. What was the purpose of this? I don't see it at all. Groomify. In a really tough spot, Jaro still trying to farm his way into a BKB, and to be honest, I don't think BKB even helps him anymore at this point.
Yeah, I think I get your gripe is with the Phoenix off lane, and you know how that fight went wasn't the best. But you know, wasn't that really just because there was a bit of a fumble in terms of initiation? If they caught that Timber and actually tossed him back, I think there's a fair chance they actually burst him down. But I mean, now they're gonna get the Aegis, and my question is, this entire game it feels like Groomify, they've been waiting for Young God to be ready to fight, but with the way that InterActive Philippines are scaling, at what point is the Gyro going to be able to beat this Tricore?
At no point is the answer. Maybe like super late game, 5-6 slots. Maybe when we actually see a Sunray from Phoenix. I think that's
True.
something I've been kind of unhappy about. I feel like Sunray is the strong spell.
Yeah. Be on a great escape here. Couple of rolls. He's
Gets
gonna
down
TP in as well.
trap.
There's no shard though. We should be able to roll back out again, dodging what feels like the 4th LSA in a row now. Yeah, I mean, look at this Phoenix. He has a Radiance. He doesn't have his Shivas yet. He doesn't even have his shot.
Oh, pause.
It just kind of feels so lackluster.
It's kind of a two-pronged initiation here. Bramble misses Yona. Let's get the kill on Lucify.
Radiant's top
Oh,
tower
Madara.
Dive up.
Madara. Sunray out.
He's fine. He's not fine.
Not a Phoenix player.
Yeah, suddenly doesn't feel that way. The
You Sunray
Magnus
out of map.
performance.
It's like literally the Phoenix life hack. Always Sunray out TB.
They can't light strike array on a place that's not on the map, brother.
Yeah. Just fly. Take some notes from Mike. Just fly higher.
Yeah, exactly.
top tower has fallen.
And IP looking really good in this game.
Is under attack.
Gonna invade a little Tormentor. Still standing, I believe, for the Radiant.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Probably
And the
next
G in Groomify standing for grounded a little bit here. It feels like they're trying to fly high, but it's just not working out for them.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Kind of feels like a bit of a reverse effect, right? I feel like in the first game, Groomify, they kind of were faced with an InterActive Philippines draft that really wanted to play fast. And InterActive Philippines ended up playing really quickly into them and giving them a lot of space. Same kind of situation this game where Groomify feels like they're the ones who are pressured to make moves. Every time they jump into InterActive Philippines, it's so easy for IPH to just respond, punish them, and now we're staring at a 12k gold lead at the 24-minute mark. InterActive Philippines, they might just be punching back in this game number 2 here.
Oh, hold on, 5-man smoke gyro BKB. Is this it?
Olina just returned back to base. The Jet Baby with the Aegis, the only person showing though. Jump up, play hard, tries for the initiation again, but he needs a 4-staff out. It is in fact a trap, but not the one that Groomify were trying to set. Both supports just gonna get melted. So much for your Gyro BKB. The TA has one to match.
Why can't he
Gonna try.
stun? Hold on. Fight's continuing.
Why are they
Double
always
buyback.
just trying to focus down this Ogre? I don't know whether it's gonna happen. They buyback on both supports, but look at DCMG on the front lines. He's just happy to be a bait.
He has no mana.
Buying so much space and attention for his team. Meanwhile, on the backlines, Kui trying to land a Magnetize that's going to make any semblance of a difference. But they still haven't been able to find an opportunity to use
That's a
the
nice
egg. There it is. No one's hitting it for now, but your Gyro's already in big trouble. Young God, he can't stand his ground against this. He will finish off the first life of the TA, but it's not going to be enough. Stunned up in the corner and struck down by the light. My goodness, Yona with a triple kill. And even though DCMG goes down, he does his job well. Takes so much damage.
Under attack.
And yeah, I mean, that's 2 support buybacks. That's the BKB. That's just about every single ultimate that you have in the tank. Groomify, they just fall flat.
It feels as though Groomify need to fight, but they also cannot fight. No real way to go on to Yona now with the BKB. Jet Baby with the Aegis. And DCMG with the Aghanim, so pick your targets because none of them are dying.
I feel like these past few fights, we've just seen Play Hard try to go in on a target with the toss by, you know, it's not even necessarily his fault. They're just,
It's his
IPH are
fault.
really quick with the reactions, with the glimmers, at least in that mid fight. Just didn't have the vision set up and couldn't get the toss out. But at the same time, it's not like you can expect the Earth Spirit to jump in by himself, right? He wants to sort of get those big magnetizers on the back line. Doesn't want to be initiating on the TA with an Aegis.
I would like him to at least have a ward. I think that's like one way he can help himself with these initiations because he's kind of jumping in blind, right?
Yeah.
So I think have observer ward, put observer ward, jump. No ball lane, speaking of jump.
Young God getting caught out here, but popping the BKB, forcing the counter response from Jet Baby to pop his own. Now Key doing a lot of damage thanks to that resonance, but in comes Yona, ready with the magic damage, bursting down the Gyro. Oh man, he doesn't stand a chance, and now Jet Baby just gonna melt strike down this poor Earth Spirit. Both important calls being taken down. The Tiny to boot, that is a dieback for Playhard. They can just start marching towards the tier 2 in the bot lane now. Madara, even though he has an egg, he's still... Look at his items. He just doesn't have any semblance of net worth whatsoever.
Wishes he bought the Midas, that's all I can say.
I don't even know whether that would... I would have preferred a Shivas to start and a pipe after. Maybe then you could have actually taken a fight that would have given you some sort of net worth.
Scary.
Yeah, don't hate the vessel too. I think it would be really nice this game.
Oh, Vessel would be
Atos.
amazing this game. Yeah, there's so many better options, and Radiance just feels like such a greedy item that just doesn't work out this game.
Well, I don't think we'll be seeing him play this hero after this match. Groomify.
Yeah, free kill. Okay.
Kaboom.
A bit of sister rivalry going on there.
Fire beats ice. Simple maths.
That's kind of the problem with the CM, right? Because it came out as a response to the Timber in the lane. But the problem with this CM now is that we're seeing she just evaporates in the fight, like as a byproduct of the AoE damage. There's not much that she can actually do or contribute.
I feel like he's got some nice freezing feels, but it's also just been not enough. I mean, speak of damage, look at Timber's items. Like, can you actually kill this Timber right now? This first pick Timber saw, DCMG 7315.
Yeah, we were flaming the shit out of his Timbersaw performance the previous time, but he's definitely learned something from yesterday at the very least.
He's cooking.
I don't know about you, but this game for me, or this series, feels like kind of a battle of the offlaners. We've seen kind of awkward performances from both so far, and it looks like IPH are on track to potentially take this to a game number 3. If we do get to that point, that's what I'll be looking at. Which one of these offlaners is on a hero that they're comfortable on, because it feels like it just determines so much. Like Madara and this Phoenix just have not been impressed so far.
I'm trying to think back to the bans of the draft, and I'm just wondering why they banned Timber and Lina earlier and now it's in the pool. Like what changed that they're like, oh, let's give them these heroes that they are really good at.
Yeah.
It's not like it looked like they have like some insane answer to this Lina, you know? You pick
I
this
don't know
tiny
what
early and then this Earth Spirit comes out and you have a Phoenix core, like, ooh.
Lost the egg in the middle of the lane here. ECMG still has that Aghanim going. Easy Timber Chain back out to safety, and basically that is an out for an Aghanim Scepter reactive armor. 40 seconds versus 100. That is not really a fair trade. Hell, he didn't even pop the pipe for that. He wasn't scared.
Worried of the toss back, and looks like IP might try something here.
Don't have the reactive armor anymore. Suddenly gets Sunray down. Key will commit the Magnetize in
Nice
full
fight.
onto this Timber. But is this really what you want to do? That is a Timber Saw. What about the rest of the team? They're the ones collapsing on you right now and cutting you down. Earth Spirit's gonna get chopped up. And Timber Saw's still fine. Timber Saw's still fine. And now you don't have an egg, you have a Radiance. What the hell is that gonna do?
Oh my god, he has Daedalus too, so no way of really standing in front against Jet Baby right now. Level 23.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And this is the damage draft, we talked about it. So all they need is,
Radiant's
when you can't fight the damage draft well, the game becomes hard.
middle tower
Absolutely. Try and walk up, try and set up anything, and they just blow you up in a matter of seconds. Kind of feels like every time you walk into them, you're just walking into a rocket launcher in Jet Baby now. We haven't even considered Lina. 32k gold lead up. 1k gold per minute. That's how you know this game is rough.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't called it, honestly. Not really sure what kind of timing they're trying to play for here, but maybe just hoping for a nice toss back into 8. Rapier, yeah, he ain't getting there, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. Even with Rapier, I feel like it's not enough. Like, they all need net worth, you know?
Gyro's not gonna like 1v5 just because he has some satanic rapier in this game.
Young God's gonna try. Roshan being taken now by InterActive Philippines. An easy waltz into the pit there for them. Okay, well, bye-bye, Phoenix. They didn't even need the Dark Willow. They didn't even need the Dark Willow just blinked in there to watch the corpse go down.
It happens.
It
Very
does.
hard. Camping ops. Who sees who?
Illusion scouting, Yona hunting. Quick TP out though.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Playing CM in these games are so painful because one Dragon Slave does half your HP.
That is true. But
I don't
if you
even know
have
what Lucify
Crystal
does.
Clone, when he does half your HP, he gets frozen.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, but this man is poor as shit.
Radiant's bottom tower
Damn.
is under attack.
I think that was a good way of telling me.
Okay, well, I'm glad you got the message. Groomify, I'm not really sure what they can get here. Roshan banner being planted
Oh
down.
no, Young God.
And uh-oh, a Young God
Can get the
Gyro. Try for the toss, the quick BKB. DCMG there with the Yules, disrupting the Tiny and chopping him down. The 4 stars have been good for saving him so far, but they can't get him away from the angry Timber. DCMG, his axe is gonna pop. That is a lot of damage onto the Earth Spirit. Try to roll out to safety to the left. Will be fine, but the Rex can't say the same about that. Those last few hits coming up from the TA almost finished him off there. That's the Hurricane Pike coming into play. And now onto the tier 4 towers. They are not worried about a thing. They know Young God is up here somewhere. Terrorize. Send him straight back to his base. Now Madara's gonna try for an 8. Almost just
Oh, the
died.
3-man
He's
stun?
to pop it now. Almost with a 3-man stun, but the Curse Crown gets shattered off. He has to come back into the picture with a huge Magnetize. Salvaging the fight for now, but the CM's just gonna die. They aren't killing anyone on Interactive Philippines right now, and they're losing bodies. Groomify dropping all around their own base. Now DCMG, he's out of mana, still has that axe popping. Jet baby, he's a full-on objective gamer. Still has that Aegis working for him and swapping in the BKB as well, just in case. Looks like Interactive Philippines will show some respect into some of the buybacks.
You actually need to though.
Yeah, you're 40k up. I don't really know what you're scared about, but we'll just kind of play it chill. This is, after all, the one game that if they somehow, some way lose this game, they're basically out of the qualifier. So you want to try and...
Oh,
Okay, well, alright.
can we get a CM death by Laguna counter?
I don't even know how many it's been at this point. It has to
Every
be like
death
3 or
is
4.
Yona.
Wait, oh my god.
Oh my god, they're also hitting
Wait, how
top
is she
lane.
just... How is she just walking out like that with no consequence?
Because she has BKB and they're 42k ahead.
Yeah, that's a good way of telling me. Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome. Meanwhile, top lane.
Young
Buildings
God
in
on the
trouble.
front line. DCMG doesn't actually care. Young God has to watch out for those melt strikes and play hard. Try with the initiation on the side. You don't have a magnetize, which means Key isn't really doing a lot of damage.
Young God
And
in
Jet Baby is
trouble.
just 1v1ing Young God. I think he might just be able to get the kill on the gyro. Can't find the last hit, but the rest of his team is just dead. Turns back around, kills off the Earth Spirit, and GG is finally called. An absolute massacre from Interactive Philippines. Looked a bit even, but Groomify, I think they gave many gifts to Interactive Philippines. And Adam, we're gonna have ourselves a game number 3, the first one of our close qualifiers so far.
Yeah, in the most exciting series.
Number
Favorite
3.
TB color, Mike.
I don't even know what all the colors are, to be honest. I've never been in that sort of route of a TB Arcana. I think I've been quite lucky with some of these like candy works like rolls. I got some Arcanas through there.
How many have you
but-
got?
No, this time round I didn't get any. But I think I got like a total of 2 or 3 the last time there were.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, right? Like pretty lucky. What about you? Do you have a favorite color since you asked me?
I don't know the colors either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why are you asking me that? I didn't... You know, some people like invest so much money into finding, because like all these prismatics and stuff like that, they're like relics of the past, right? So they're in such limited supply, and like those old school colors are the ones where it's literally just the color code. They don't even have a name for it. It's just like prismatic gem 129-53-64
Oh, I
or some
remember
shit like
this.
that. Yeah.
But
Good
TB
old
has
days
like
ago.
some cool sets. You don't even need the Arcana anymore.
Yeah, I think so too. The Arcana does have its own flair to it, though. I will
Is
say.
TB the coolest character in Dota?
Coolest
Like
character
aesthetic
in-
wise? I think TB is actually one of the coolest looking characters ever.
Coolest. I mean, if you just talk about the hero's base model, I think he just kind of looks like a generic demon ass dude.
Yeah,
right?
but like even from like Warcraft, right? Like Terrorblade has just always been cool.
Yeah, I guess so. With an early
What-
engagement, Terrorblade, they think he's so cool, they want to get first blood on him.
Goodbye,
Lucify
Mr.
grabs
Cool.
that one, looking at Jota now, learning curve Ogre, that's the problem. Try and slow him down, any blood grenades only on the Shadow Shaman, who is a bit too far away to make it happen. I'll just TP out.
What's a cooler hero than TB, Mike?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, give me a second. Hey, think Void Spirit's pretty up there. I like Void Spirit, but I guess he didn't exist in
old
Dota 1, so I
man.
don't know if it counts. Yeah, he's like a sage. He like.
Right. I give it to you. It's a cool. It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe. Like, he's peaceful. He's
else?
not like dramatic, try hard. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think of my tier list right now. TB, TA.
Okay, cool in like what sense though? Because I think, for me personally, I think Storm is a really funny character. Like I like that kind of character design where he's like a jolly dude.
You're just gonna
you know,
name all
he's-
4 spirits or what, Mike? Can you be a bit more original?
Oh my, can you relax? Jeez. Cool hero designs.
Radiant's turret has been killed.
Actually, you got a good point. There's a lamos in Dota 2.
So TB is not cool because he's cool because everything else is lame. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe might just have to go with that one, to be honest. I feel like I think they did a really good job with some of these new heroes. Like Pango's a pretty cool dude. Like that whole character of being like a cocky, you know, swashbuckly, ho 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 type of guy.
I have loved.
I guess that's just called being French.
That's true. Touche.
Yeah.
I love the
French
two
stuff.
new heroes like Remaster and Kez. I feel like they've added so much uniqueness to the game.
Yeah, I agree. And
And
they
the Ringmaster
kill
died
Jet Baby again
last match.
in the top lane. Very painful stuff. Yeah, this Terrorblade is looking a bit less and less cool as the time passes, to be fair.
It's okay. He's fine. He's TB.
Is he? Is he really?
I
I mean, if you give more and more depths to this Dawnbreaker, she's just gonna have an excellent time. And the problem with this Dawnbreaker, I feel like, can snowball really, really quickly.
You are right. I think once Aghanims comes out, it's going to be very hard to take fights for IAP. But I don't think TB is supposed to win this lane anyway.
So what do you think they picked the TB for? Is it just the sort of better late game matchup?
Just one wave clear and vision, right? Because all their heroes can't push waves. It's kind of hard. There's so much jump on Groomify. I think on top of that is just the matchup against TA.
Right.
TA, because you naturally build ESO, so by the time you want to actually fight TB, it's kind of this like Revenant's Brooch timing, I think, is what we've seen before.
Revenant's Brooch feels like such a late game item though, so far away. Young God turning around to melt that range creep. Here comes Lucify to do the job of a bodyguard, but Young God out of stick charges, out of life. Both carries in this game suffering big time. And meanwhile, top lane, Madara ends up going down to Jet Baby. So overall across the map, IAPH doing pretty well. Oh, nice little play there from the Batrider. He knows that he can commit for that kill and just die, get a full reset. Major wins across the board there.
Alright, we're back.
We back.
Dire structures are
Meta usage, they'll get a pull off. Lotus, not sure who picked it up. Probably was up over, okay. So it probably was a fight for Lotus that kind of led to that. Dara, unfortunately, still L2.
Level 3 is where that hammer really starts to burn, I think. In level 1, the range on Celestial Hammer is so awkward as well compared to the later levels.
It's kind of weird, yeah. Mid lane,
It's like you want to play fetch with a hammer, but you can't even, like, you're not even throwing it.
budget
that far.
Tor.
Kind of- yeah, like, you're not even throwing it overhand, you know? You're like underhand throwing it and it just kind of lands like short distance away from you. But yeah, what were you saying about this mid lane?
feel like this Invoker is doing a bit too well.
Yeah, it looks that way, my goodness.
Yona, god of the mid lane.
I honestly thought that after that game 1, Groomify were just gonna snowball into game 2 and just completely crush. But IAP showing quite a bit of fighting spirit here, coming back in that game number 2 and sort of honestly doing a really good job on some of their signature heroes. Despite the weirder early start on the 2 deaths on Jet Baby, they're still kind of getting small wins here and there in the laning stage, and this bodes well for them, I think.
Yeah, different kind of story, right? Both safe lanes kind of suffering this game. TA also having quite a tough time down here, surprisingly. Actually, not sure why the lane is like this, but Young God not looking too hot. Will resort to the double. Oh, I thought he was doing jungle with Clover, but Clover gets to the top lane. Jet Baby, death number 3.
Full collapse. Nicely done by Lucify. Jotun can do nothing but watch. Now, KT has TP'd up here. deeming that the gates would take him a bit too long, and they're able to capitalize, get a return kill. This Bat Rider has been doing a great job, not only just securing the lane for the Magnus, but also making rotations and getting kills where it's necessary.
Gets back bottom now. Young God can't really lane 2v1 here. I'm curious to see where Jotun chooses to go. Are you gonna go top and try to kick this TP out again? Because there is a catapult, and yes, he will. We see the TPs. This time, no TP on Bat Rider to react to this.
Jet maybe just pops the meta though.
fucking
Maybe just
L3,
trying to
bro.
de-push this wave to deal with the catapult. And yeah, I mean, most of the creeps are already gone. It might just have to settle for Jotun. Is there going to be any sort of response there? Nobody TPing in on the side of InterActive Philippines.
Groomify.
They still get the kill on Groomify. That's a 3v2 situation that ends up being even. This is honestly really good for InterActive Philippines.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jotun gets the kill, but Jet Baby not going down is really big there, I think. They were kind of impatient, I think, going for the Ogre. Jotun, obviously, really good at just kind of positioning
Dying.
himself. Yeah. I was going to make that sound more cultured, but yes, dying. Speaking of dying,
Cultured about death
he
there.
will not
Very
die
awkward
as
skewer.
TCMG.
What the hell? Young God, he's completely fine. Now, Playhard might be the one in trouble, but still has that innate. Beating them back there. Here comes Key, the rotation. Level 6 already. And just throw out the Rolling Thunder. It's not even needed. This Bat Rider, who's been causing them major problems, will finally get addressed. A little bit of a slip up there from DCMG.
Just a little bit. Oh man. Yeah, they force the rotation from Key, and Wisdom Rune, how is tipping over? They're both tipping over. They know Yona's coming. Lucify, does he have
They gotta try and set
detection?
up. I think so. Scan
Lucify?
comes through. Lucify. Wait, he does have detection. But he doesn't have anyone around the area to help him. He will kind of get Ghost Walk now on Madara, so they know Yona's around, but he understands that there's nothing to be gained in this situation and will just back up.
He out of there. Young God relegated to the jungle. Meanwhile, Invoker continues to grow his network lead against this Pango. Key just trying to focus a bit more on protecting the bot lane. They also have Solar Guardian soon, so a lot more fighting power. Interesting to see no Arcanes. Because I feel like you play against Invoker, you buy Arcanes. Like, it's just quality of life.
Yeah, you need it for the EMP, right? It's just a bit too annoying because if all your mana gets sapped, like what are you going to do in the fight as a Shadow Shaman?
Yep, speaking of sap, play hard. Tries to stand under the tower, but unfortunately the tower does not exist anymore.
They try to Solar Guardian in for the fight, but they just all dodge out. Nice RP though, holding them in
BB.
place, but DCMG surely going to be dead there. Key rolling in with the Thunder. Now they're looking for more. So the heroes have already scattered to the wind. Ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, but they also get the tower while they're here, and it's basically a full 5-man rotation from Groomify to try and address that.
Yeah, IP get the tower, lose the Magnus. Don't think they mind that too much for some rotations. That's roll and Solar Guardian, by the way.
Yeah.
While Jotun setting up.
Knows that there's no Rolling Thunder on the Pango, completely bone dry on mana. Will have one last little shield crash to the Tornado. Shouldn't be enough damage there. Play hard. Why do you try and deny your buddy
Jet
over there?
Baby's here.
This is a lot of damage coming out from the Terrorblade.
Yeah, the-
InterActive Philippines making a very, very nice move after that
Young God's here
awkward
too.
fight from Groomify.
This is the
They've
battle.
all
Oh,
joined the
ignite!
fray, but
Ignite!
he's
Key!
just gonna burn to the Ignite. Oh no. I mean, that was just the ward behind the tower that Jotun was able to capitalize on. Basically pays for itself there. A big kill onto the Pangolier and some good pressure onto the mid-tier 1 tower.
Where the hell is the TA here? Why is he in the triangle? TA farm bottom,
Why
Mr.
is the
TA.
TA in the triangle?
So early. Blightstone. Doesn't even have Blightstones flying out right now. It's way too soon to be in the triangle. It's bad.
I don't even think the Magnus necessarily had a great lane or anything. It was just byproduct of so much space and attention being generated by these moves around the map.
Yeah, but it's not.
InterActive Philippines.
It's not like
doing a good
they
job
will
here.
Kick you out anyway, right? Because he's kind of taking the Dawn's farm now. And this Dawn who is
Dawn.
having a good game is gonna fall off network. Oh my god, I've seen this before. Not a good recipe.
Certainly doesn't feel that way. Madara still working towards the Blade Mail. Doesn't even have the first component on it yet. If they're not careful and they keep taking these sloppy fights, it's going to become very difficult for them to climb back into this game. It feels like they're the ones who need to be setting the tempo into this Terrorblade massive buff down the line. Young God, he barely even has any items.
He'll get there. More recover.
Dire are scanning.
Definitely not expecting to lose the lane TN to Magnus.
Despite the early deaths here from Jet Baby, he's done a good job sort of getting himself back up in terms of net worth. I guess that's just the Terrorblade effect with all these illusions.
They're wrapping around top here.
Under attack.
Still don't have hookshot on the clock though. That makes initiations very hard. A ward will spot out the Invoker. Let's get an immediate EMP on the poor Clockwork, who gets hexed up by his own teammate. Big RP though. Where did DCMG come from? That is a huge commitment with Dara trying to heal them all out with the Solar Guardian and the roll.
Angles here.
It's actually not too bad for Groomify. They're getting controlled in this area. Yona's gonna go down, but can the rest of Groomify escape?
They're fighting
EA
around the
isn't in this
snakes.
fight. It's not a fair trade. There's also a Sunder not even needed. Used it a
Where's
bit
no
earlier,
Sunder?
but now Young God is here. Already used the Sunder a bit earlier. I misspoke. And Young God's actually going to show up to get a very, very nice kill.
KD's gonna go down
That
too.
fight looked so good for Interactive Philippines thanks to their RP. But that's the Dawnbreaker counterplay we were talking about in the draft.
They also just kind of stood under snakes for what it felt like the full duration of Mass Serpent Wars. Can we get a damage check there? By Shadow Shaman, please. Alright,
I mean, that's
not
pretty
that much, I
significant for
guess.
support.
The roll was lit too, honestly. Really nice roll coming in from Key. Just bangs the Invoker twice. They were all in kind of a line. And we also see why Magnus TB is not the greatest of combos. Just he pops meta and suddenly no cleave to pour into this clunk of heroes. Yona? Will he get the rune? No, he will not.
Easy. Just gotta ghost walk away though. I keep feeling like these fights, the way that Interactive Philippines are approaching them, it kind of is in their favor, but they really have to show respect towards Key because now he has that diffuser blade. He's doing a lot of damage, and I don't think you have enough HP to stand up into the Rolling Thunder just yet.
IP just should not be looking for like real 5v5 fights. They want to pick off, play the map, small kills, because the Solar Guardian save is actually pretty big. I think the roll is also really hard to fight into. You have Terrorblade Invoker, Magnus, like play the map. Pick off, you know, RP, 1 kill, continue to farm. Keep scaling. Just
Push the wave with push the waves, sorry, with illusions. Wait for someone to show on side lanes. That's where your bat and your Magnus can strike. Speaking of the bat, almost towards his blink dagger, just a couple of hundred gold away. We might see more smoke moves to find some of these pickoffs.
Well, Jet Baby actually going back for a Dragon Lance here. I don't like this too much. I feel like this is one of those games where you strive to be top of net worth as Terrorblade. It's a farm sim for like 2 items.
Okay.
You don't really want to participate too much. I think coming to fights is very scary for you.
I mean, I don't blame his thought process because it's been working out for them so far. It's just that one fight in the top lane that didn't really pan out the way they want. Smoke move out from the trio of Groomify, looking in the triangle, looking for this Terrorblade.
Wisdom Rune
Already retreated
timing.
off to the right side. Yeah, Wisdom Rune timing. It's a good point.
Where will they
Spot anyone
decide
for
to
now?
go?
Let's try in the mid lane. DCMG waiting in the back. Not sure whether they see him. Hook shot in, but DCMG
Nice
might be
save.
there to intercept. It's a nice tornado, but Yona able to get out of the Dawnbreaker ulti range, and nice deafening blast as well. Their entire initiation falls flat. Play hard, ticking low, the RP tried, holding down the Pango in place. Madara is there though, ready to try and respond. DCMG dropping low, another killer, Rolling Thunder in key, knocking them
Is he
all
dead?
apart like bowling pins, but
The
he's
lasso.
way too low on HP. There's so much damage coming out from Jet Baby with that alacrity, and Young God is gonna get ripped apart as well. I guess he doesn't need to farm if his team's gonna set up nice fights for him like that. They farm Madara, and that is gonna be a team wipe ultra kill for this Terrorblade.
All the Dragon Lance.
Actually, all that range, it allows him to get the touch on the Pango. What a fight!
What a fight is right. It was just such an awkward use of spells. Lucify goes in and then a Solar Guardian comes out and misses. And after that, Playhard was like kind of just controlling the Magnus on his own. The damage was not there. Man, I don't know. It looked so messy at the start. It looked so messy.
Even though Playhard was controlling the Magnus, he still ends up getting that very nice RP, holding the Pango in place for the Terrorblade to just punch away. Yeah, I mean, that looked like it was going to be an amazing Rolling Thunder, but just, again, this is the problem that we saw from the TA last game as well, even though it won. Very difficult for her to follow up on these engagements without the blink, and she still doesn't have that just yet. Young got a bit of a slower game on this TA. Mid lane, Yona putting on the pressure onto Lucify. Did lose the Bat Rider in the top lane, but that's going to be a dead clockwork.
Invoker's a cool hero, man.
Yeah. I think Invoker's got bars, you know what I mean? He said, you hear that line
know,
you just
I
said,
just-
whoever
I feel
stands
you.
against me stands briefly. That goes hard, man.
I feel you. It's like sit down, boy, but with culture.
Yeah, it's like sit down boy, but like for someone who studied literature in university.
Back in 1800s, how would you say sit down? Stand briefly.
Yeah.
DCMG?
Found him. No heroes coming to help this
feel like-
brother out.
He is dead.
Yeah, what is going on? I mean, they're still running
Well
at
done.
Young God
Now
here
the
in
brother
this
needs
mid
help.
lane. Solar Guardian being used.
Just
Need to
take
get out
charges.
of that range. The Sunstrike still finishing him off. Nicely played by Yona. Can this Invoker fight his way out of this one? Jet Baby in with an AD rune. No longer a fight you can take. Gonna try and at least finish off the Ogre, but no Rolling
Oh,
Thunder.
baby.
He is dead on my screen. They're just getting ripped apart
Oh,
now.
no,
Madara
Madara.
couldn't make it to the low ground. And Jet Baby's gonna clean up another double. So much damage coming out from this Terrorblade. Alacrity now, this tower is gonna drop.
Jet baby. Very active Terrorblade so far, connecting his fights perfectly. Thought Young God, he had stick charge, he had a full one. Just not expecting the Sunstrike maybe, went down when the Solar Guardian came in, didn't pop Refraction too, had no mana. And suddenly IP is just pulling way far ahead right now. If you look at Groomify,
Active Terrorblade build is really working out for Jet Baby here.
close to his, not that close to Skadi, but getting closer. Just not up for the shard, which we commonly see, Yona.
What is this? Bit of a catch. Shadow Shaman being found out, play hard, gets caught by a nice ward in this area. It's placed way beforehand actually, so just getting more and more freebies across the map. I feel like we see Groomify picking up free kills of their own, like the DCMG kill in the top lane. Managed to get the Bat Rider a bit earlier on, but still, it's just not enough. The key hero, the Terrorblade, is just jumping up in terms of net worth.
Yeah, these two fights that he's attended have really just propelled him forward. Once he touches this Skadi, I don't know if you can fight into this. Skadi against this no BKB TA, suddenly your downhill is not as effective. So much stats, I don't even know if they can kill illusions other than Hex. Game is not looking good for Groomify right now.
What's the angle back here for Groomify? Because net worth wise, suffering big time. They aren't. I mean, this Dawnbreaker, funnily enough, is still the highest net worth core in the game, which really goes to show how little the rest have farmed. What's the angle here? How do you try and come back?
They need to start fight with roll onto a key target, preferably Invoker or Magnus, I think. Because we've seen what happens when he doesn't get the Magnus, right? Like he dies in RP. I actually think if they buff TB and he's RP'd in roll, he just dies.
Doesn't nearly have enough HP to survive the hit. And Terrorblade is very strong now.
Jet baby, he's feeling it. 8-4 and 3. Very farmed.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
And to think this guy started the game with 2 deaths, I mean, I know if this was a carry in my pubs, he would have tilted off the face of the earth
Yeah, I
and
would
went
have
AFK
abandoned
jungle at
already.
this point. Yeah, like, right? But he just, what a sort of big comeback situation for him. Managing to get a couple of nice kills with that meta timing.
Groomify, no one's in base. Power's gonna go down
Guys!
for free.
If you lose this game, you're out of the Raleigh close qualifiers. I'm not sure if you know this, but
what's the
we're
play
in the
here?
lower bracket. This is your last chance, guys. I mean, sure, might not be the ones, but what the hell was that?
And
Just
there's
RP him in the
RP.
roll and he's
Goodbye,
instantly
my
dead.
friend.
Nice hook shot to try and stop the Terrorblade, but he just walks out of the range. And that is a very, very easy setup. This is looking like the beginning of the end here. Young God wasn't even in that fight.
And suddenly, just like that, one lane of barracks is gonna turn into two. That baby. Closer is Skadi, does not even need it, to be honest.
Yeah, make it a double. Why not? I mean, that was just... I feel like I saw that happen in slow motion. You tried for the roll, so telegraphed. All DCMG needed to do is RPU, you're dead. And without the Pango, you're not killing any key targets because no one else has that control. This has just gone from bad to worse to way, way worse now for Groomify, and the comeback it's getting so narrow. In fact, can we pull up the win probability real quick? Because I don't know whether it still exists.
8%. Less higher than I would give them.
Same. Gaben is graceful.
What
Gaben
would
is
you give
merciful.
them?
Like a 2. It would involve InterActive Philippines probably dropping all their keyboard and mice at the same time.
Fair. So you think there's a 2% chance that they drop all their mice and keyboard at the same
Look,
time?
I didn't study probability, man. I'm not Knoxville. Okay, leave me alone. What the? I'm not Nahas. Some dumbass from.
Whoa. Ease up. Just because you're sleeping doesn't mean you can flame them all. Keep going though.
I'm blaming myself. It's fine. They go into the Roach Pit. InterActive Philippines ready to try and put an end to this series. It's the Mongols who are waiting for the winner of this game. The next stage of the lower bracket. Easy Aegis grab from the Terrorblade. I guess it gives them some space to take the Tormentor. Jetpack is pretty useful, all things considered.
You know what's better than jetpack?
And Aegis.
Jet baby.
Sure, yeah. Okay, shut up. Shut the hell up.
It looks like run down the last
Yeah.
lane is the strat here.
There's no strat around this. This is just textbook ass gameplay. He has a jetpack just to fly right before he
Is it?
dies.
What about all my teammates in my FPS games that say rush A? Is that not strat?
I guess so. That's fair. DCMG jumping in, instant counter initiation from Playhard. Not too bad, but Lasso, Solar Guardian. DCMG able to skewer back out to safety. Now Young God's the one in trouble, but the Rolling Thunder chasing them down. Killing off the Magnus is actually a great start to the fight, but the RP was already used. And would you look at
Daddy's here,
that?
though.
Young God is just gone. Here comes Jet, baby, ready to get some revenge. But Madara able to escape to the side, and they'll even buy back on DCMG. So wanting to put an end to this game already. 35 seconds without your TA. Don't know whether you can hold this. No Rolling Thunder, no Solar Guardian. Chips are falling here. Groomify. Again, after that game number 1, they had a very convincing victory, but now starting to think whether it was just because InterActive Philippines left the Dragon Knight in the pool, didn't make that mistake subsequently.
We beat you with your own strat. Buff the DK, look at me buff my Terrorblade.
I'll do you one better. Groomify. Didn't get the cogs on anyone, it might just die in his own cogs. Auto attacks coming up from Yona, raining in, and they'll just finish him off.
Witchblade. Power. Invoker does 400 damage per right click, by the way.
Oh my god. Any last hope here? No ultimates. Not sure how you try and take a fight. This has been a bit of an anticlimactic end to the series if this is how it ends up going down. A Hex can't stop the skewer. Madara in big trouble. Skadi's gonna rip him to shreds. Nothing that they can do. Playhard's gonna get tipped here. Not sure what that's about, but everybody on InterActive Philippines probably very happy about this after that rough first day performance. Key gonna try and have one last stand here, at least kill off the Ogre. The cores are completely fine. They couldn't find any catch on the sidelines though. Lucify tried for a hook shot, couldn't land it though. Up to the high ground, yeah, it will just get clicked down by the Invoker again.
Illusions are just zooming.
Demon Zeal,
RP.
RP, I heard one. Play hard. Pulling in Key and no more Rolling Thunder. They have a Solar Guardian though. Need to watch out on the Magnus. That might be a dieback for him. Gets caught out by the snakes. But Jet Baby is just ripping them to shreds with the illusions. GG is called, and we'll be saying goodbye to Groomify as InterActive Philippines move on here in the lower bracket of the closed qualifiers for Raleigh. They'll be facing up against the Mongols next.
Nicely done from IP. I think even though they had the